The following presentation provides information about legislated requirements of the Accessibility for Ontarians with Disability Act and its implications for school boards. Ontario's Integrated Accessibility Standards Regulations, IASR, require that all staff and volunteers receive training on the requirements of the accessibility standards set out in the IASR and the Ontario Human Rights Code as it pertains to persons with disabilities. This overview of the Accessibility Standards Regulation will support the progress of the Thames Valley District School Board in ensuring accessibility for students, staff, and the public. This presentation provides an overview of accessibility standards, a review of barriers to accessibility, what staff and volunteers need to know about accessibility standards related to communicating with the public, providing barrier-free access to services for students and the public, and providing accessible programs for the students and the public. Supporting individuals with disabilities aligns with the following Thames Valley District School Board commitments: putting students first, actively engaging our students, staff, families, and communities, being inclusive, fair, and equitable, ensuring safe, positive learning and working environments, taking responsibility for the students and the resources entrusted to our care. The Ontario Human Rights Code contains provisions that promote and protect the rights of persons with disabilities. To become fully aware of how the provisions of the Ontario Human Rights Code align with the Integrated Accessibility Standards, review the Human Rights Code at www.ohrc.on.ca. This site has valuable resources for staff, volunteers, students, and the community. About 1 in 7 Ontarians has a disability. 38% of people will experience either a permanent or a temporary disability over the course of their lives. Currently, 53% of Canadians either have a disability or have someone in their immediate family circle who is living with a disability. A barrier could be a physical barrier, an architectural barrier, an information or communications barrier, an attitudinal barrier, a technological barrier, a policy, or a practice. Barriers may be reinforced by bias, lack of information, stereotypes, myths, prejudice, lack of awareness, or unwillingness to accommodate individuals with disabilities. When requested, staff and volunteers should support individuals by offering large print formats, offering to read a document to an individual, converting a document using text-to-speech software, simplifying a document for those with limited literacy, providing speaking notes for a presentation. The board will provide other formats such as Braille, sign language interpretation, and transcription as needed. The accessibility standards require that the staff and volunteers who assist in the classroom will provide instruction and support through a lens of accessibility awareness. Considerations might include, but are not limited to, curriculum content, method of delivery, classroom and school resources, which represent individuals with disabilities, school and classroom displays and events which reflect diversity and inclusion. The Teachable Project offers staff a variety of resources designed to build accessibility awareness. Information can be found at www.theteachableproject.org. Resources include sample classroom-ready lesson plans that incorporate accessibility awareness, written by Ontario teachers and align with the Ontario curriculum, and an inventory of resources about accessibility. How can I help as a volunteer? Ensure that your language reflects inclusion for everyone. Consider how to structure programs so that they are accessible for all individuals who may wish to participate. Consider the program location. Adapt or change the venue where possible to meet the needs of those with disabilities. Keep written communication simple. Ask the school to offer accessible formats as needed. Key Thames Valley District School Board policies connected to the requirements for the Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act include Accessibility for Ontarians Disabilities Policy, Equity and Inclusive Education Policy, Equitable Recruitment, Selection, and Promotion of Staff Policy, Privacy and Records Information Management Policy, Safe Schools Policy, Transportation Policy. The following individuals can serve as an initial contact for Thames Valley District School Board staff as we all work to support individuals with disabilities. The following websites are just a few online resources to support your work in making the Thames Valley District School Board accessible for students, staff, and parents. Thank you for viewing the training video for accessibility within the Thames Valley District School Board. Please remember to sign the AODA Training for Volunteers tracking form available from the school principal or site supervisor.